Hey guys, so today I'm going to go over a project I worked on, which is the sorting visualizer. As you can see here, it's up on the screen. You've got first generating a new array. You've got bubble sort, merge sort, quick sort, insertion sort, selection sort, and you can change how many elements there are. And if you go below 20, you've got the numbers. So I'm just going to go a bit into how this works. First, I'm going to show you, like if you see merge sort, you can have these colors, which are doing the actual algorithm and animating it in front of your eyes. As you saw there, it had it had the merge sort shape. And so, okay, let's get into the code of this just so I can give a background. So I created this project as a way to dive into React, get some deep React knowledge in, and just some more practice. So in every React app, you create it by doing npx create React app. So once that's there, app.js, which is my main app. Here we have, again, our base component, which is sorter visuals, which I have in my components folder. So if I go here, you've got all this code. I'm just quickly go through it. So here I've got the sorting algorithms. So I'll just take a look at that real quick. So if you got bubble sort, insertion sort, all of these are coded up, and they're in a way so they export the function to this our component, like export function here. I'll get into some problems I ran into there later, but just to give an overview, we've got some state variables, which is our current array that it is holding. So like 10, 23, 32, and so on. You've got the number of elements. It starts at 20, as you saw when you open up the app. These are 20 elements. You got some speed, which I had some like math calculations done. The value now, I forget what this is. Running, saying, hey, is this currently running? So let's say I do merge sort. As you can see, it's currently running, so I'm unable to click any of these other buttons. And paused, this was me trying to add a feature of being able to pause it in the middle. Right now, I was not able to get that to work, and I'll explain why when we get to the animation part of this. So component did mount. So once this component's there, you generate the array. And so here again, if it's not running, create an array. Sorry, that's my Alexa. I'm gonna plug you. Generate an array, and then keep pushing in these random numbers from min value to max value. Each of these numbers I have hard set between 100 and 5. All right, so this is where the bulk of the problem came. Well, the first problem was how do I get these bars to be some kind of correlated value, right? Because like, let's go down to 10. How is 12 a lot? How to make 12 a lot smaller than 74, which is a lot bigger than 6, and all these different sizes. So that was done in CSS. So to get the bar, what I basically did was first, it's in here. Now it's in sorted visuals. Value bar. So the background color is the color of this. I made it blue, and I made a. I'll show you in sort of here. Let's go all the way down to the app generated. See here. If I remember the word, it is padding. I used padding to help generate these block sizes. So the padding bottom was the value times 5. The padding left was based on the number of elements, and the padding right, same thing. So that I had a padding left, padding right, so that once I do have show text, it'll be perfectly centered. All right. So that's the, I guess, visuals part of it done. Just a quick overview on that. Remember, all this code can be shown in my GitHub project. I will put the link in the description. So just to go more into it, generate array is pretty easy. So animation was the hardest part. So how do I make these bars move around? How do I make it actually follow the sorting algorithm path and like the way it does it? So when doing this, I had two ideas: making a live version, which would have taken way too much like space and energy, where I would have to recreate the whole array or swap for every swap like, concurrently. What I did was now in these sorting algorithms, I have a moves object where it shows the sorted algorithm, some position swaps, and if the positions were a swap or not. So I'll explain this. Now, position is the position of the two uh, pointers. So it's an array of two pointers. As you can see here, I have, it's just j, and j plus 1 is the two pointers usually in bubble sort. And so I first push this onto it, right? I said, hey, this is j, this is j plus 1. These are two pointers. And then I push that the swap is true, because here j plus 1 is less than j, so then they have to swap. And from there, I have this just for like clean sake. So I made it so that when it's a swap, it's red, and when it's not a swap, it's green, right? And here, if it's not, it's just a regular moving up, so it's just green. So this helps, I guess, tell the actual algorithm, hey, what are you doing? Which two are you accounting for? So when we go to the animate function, it gets the value bars, right? And it goes to the move array. So this is where the bulk of the problem came in, and which is why I wasn't fully able to figure out how to get a pause button working. So I used set timeout to make it so the moves don't happen just instantly. I would have a timer. So I have some move and speed. So speed was a value generated by the size of the array. I had it so if you have like 200, you would have, it'll be like a lot faster, as you can see here. Rather, when you had, let's say 10, it's moving a lot slower. So I just had some math done there, and that is doing with this React slider, which we'll take a look at later. So yeah, here I get position 1, position 2, it's a swap, do this, some color stuff, right? Else it's not a swap, do some other color stuff. And by swapping it, I'm swapping it in the array that it sees, and I'm swapping it like the actual value bars. So like here, if I'll show you here, we got is plan.swap move. So if that's true, I got some temporary, I'm swapping them here. And this is just some logistics for making it so it works properly. Set it to red because of the swap, and I set state array. And by set state array, because it's a React element, it'll update this, I guess, the positions of the array how I want it to be. And let's just ignore that. Finished. And here, just some other final thing where if we, let's just, yeah, merge sort disasters. So at the end of merge sort, if we go back, it'll end up having it. So it flashes green saying, hey, we're done sorting. And then go back to blue. And that's what this final piece of code is. So this helps. This was some experimenting. Some experimentation I was trying to do. I wasn't fully able to get it working. So this was my way of trying to implement sorting, pausing, I mean. So this is through a queue animate. So what this meant is I add everything to a queue, and I keep popping the next move out of queue, and if it's paused, I stop popping. So I might go back and try getting that to work, but as of right now, I've got my basic final project like working, so I'm making a video on it. So after that, this is just some more trying. And down here, these are our buttons. So these are the functions that our buttons call when getting clicked. It's just saying, if you're not running, set it to true, do it, and back, and animate it. And then I think in animation, once the animation is done, it sets running to false. Same thing, merge, insertion, selection, and so now this is just some of the like GUI elements, which is the buttons, on click, what to do. So that's really simple. Now here, now on this slider is what changes the number of elements. So this dot change num, and that's again just a little bit of math. So I do speed, which is 201 minus the number of elements, just some basic subtraction. Some value bars, and just some basic, I guess, manipulation. So what this code is how, hey, if it's below 20, have the font be 20 pixels. If it's above 20, just have it 0 so that no one can see it. Yep, and export this to the project, and bam, that's basically your finished React sorting algorithm, I guess, animator. And from here, I did a little more, so I have it. So if you go to um, red thing, Costlet, I get an IO. I put it on GitHub Pages so that you guys don't have to, I guess, do npm install and then git clone and all of that stuff. And you can just try it right in the browser. I can like send it to others, and it's a helpful way to, I guess, explore many of these sorting algorithms. I may add some more sorting algorithms as we go on. So I guess that's my project, and I'll see you guys in my next, I guess, project overview. Goodbye.